So let's explore the history of storytelling, which is effectively a history of humankind. Why are we not just fact processing machines? As humans, why aren't we just walking around, being told the benefits of a product, and if I know the exact benefits of that product versus the exact benefits of another product, surely I should just enjoy the one with the better benefits. But humans are effectively wired for storytelling. It's part of our evolution, and there's some really interesting little themes that I discovered in researching this course. The first component that I really enjoyed was this concept of change. Stories that involve change. The Swartland used to be a neglected part of the winemaking world in South Africa, and then it was discovered by fantastic winemakers who, through this process of the changing of the old South Africa into the new South Africa, they were rescuing old vineyards and thereby creating this new legacy and this new story. Change is something that's built into our psychology. You can imagine running around as ancient humans. Any sign of change, that comet in the sky, that felt fire, that geological shift which pushed a river in a different direction, that change created a sense of fear, urgency, excitement, interest. So storytelling and change in storytelling is a very, very powerful component and a very, very powerful theme. Storytelling was also a way for us to create heroes and villains. So in the village or in the tribe, in early human history, how do you create a sense of cohesion as a tribe, as a group? And a lot of that happened around the fire through storytelling, passing along stories to create different cultures and values within our children, and therefore they would pass that on to their children. So a lot of stories in folklore, they talk about the hero and the villain, and the same applies to storytelling in wine. This individual discovered this piece of land in the middle of nowhere. They were told they couldn't do it, but they did. They achieved something incredible, and that is a story of a hero. The hero's journey is one of the incredible connectors in our history. And if you look at most movies, most stories, there's this combination of hero and villain. Another component of storytelling was effectively one of survival. As humans, we were very, very vulnerable in ancient times, and communication, storytelling, if we do this, then this happens, became a way to ensure our survival and ensure that we could survive through sharing stories about danger or sharing stories about opportunities and how we can create a better life as a tribe. So stories have a wonderful, wonderful history in humankind. And I do believe, just as I truly believe that Africa is the home of hospitality, we have a natural warmth and hospitality. Africa is the home of storytelling. If you are in a lodge, we can retire around the fire at the end of the day, share stories, really, really connect with each other through storytelling. And we want to understand why storytelling is so powerful so that we can apply it into our day-to-day lives and into our work. So now we've understood a little bit about history. Let's dive into some of the neurochemistry, what happens in our brains when we tell good stories, so you can understand a little bit of the why behind the what.